Welcome to Brave Healer Productions. It's time to experience what's possible. So, what if there's something you haven't learned yet that could change everything? Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions, where we're helping the world experience what's possible. And here today to help me with that mission is one of our visionary badass sponsors of the 100th book celebration that we're having May 31st, you guys. Welcome, Dr. Oliver T. Reid. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Laura. How are you?
I'm so good. I have a lot of gratitude for you for just being a part of this whole thing and helping me be in that celebratory energy, but also talking about what it means to be a visionary today. You guys, let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Reid first, and then we're going to get into it. He is an acclaimed author, speaker, and president of IALA Solution Consulting Firm, which excels in coaching entrepreneurs, speakers, and coaches to reach their peak potential. As the writing coach, he utilizes innovative techniques with 25 best-selling books, 12 anthologies, and numerous awards, including the 2016 IALA Distinction of Excellence Legendary Honoree. Oh my gosh. Dr. Reid's global impact extends through media features and coaching on 4 continents. Gotta love that bio, Dr. Reid. All right, let's do this. So, listen, collaboration brought this company to being able to celebrate its 100th project.
Wow.
What has collaboration meant to you in your business?
First of all, that is an amazing feat. I know how hard and challenging that it is to have 100. And so I just want to say congratulations before I answer that question. And so for me, ask that question again. I got excited with the celebration.
Collaboration is really what got me here. What has collaboration meant to you in your business?
Man, everything. Even the people that's from my team of people that are other experts that are better than me. For example, I'm not an editor at all. So bringing people along that's highly skilled in editing to creative design, all of that means I couldn't do my business without them. So collaboration is to me a celebration of all these individualized specialties that make for, I like to call it, a well-blended soup. Think about a soup with all of the different ingredients in and of themselves. They're kind of like, but if you put them together, they work with each other. So collaboration is everything to my business and everything to what we do.
My Italian grandma made a mean minestrone, y'all. You're giving me a little flashback of that soup
Let's
right now.
go.
Oh gosh. All right. It's not lunchtime yet. It's not lunchtime. Okay. What is the most important business growth tip you want to share with this audience today?
Oh my goodness. I think it's the same tip I use in writing, same business tip is you don't have to finish to be finished. What I mean by that is when I know that I'm at the end of my rope in something, I'm finished, but that doesn't mean I have to be finished. I just need to find somebody else that can go the second, third leg. So being able to find those individuals that will enhance and take you to the next levels is amazing in business. So that's a tip. Number one, that you're not skilled to do everything, and that you are sometimes skilled to discern the skill in others. So being able to discern the skills in others that you don't have keeps you from emptying out all of you, and you can maintain the best of you.
I love this tip so much, you guys. If I had figured this out way sooner, I'd be way further by now. But I think we learn that success means you did it all on your own. I don't know where
Yeah,
we learned this, but when it flipped and I went a 180 on that, like
right.
everything changed, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
everything changed because I like to say it, and I love it that when you're able to understand that there's a powerful quote that somebody says on social media, and I realized this, and I want to share it here, is that you can own a lot of a little, right? You can own a lot of a little or a little of a lot. And I want to be in that second phase to own a little of a lot. I don't have to own everything, do everything, but it's what I own and what I can disperse.
I love that. I own a little of a lot. Yeah, that has an interesting ripple feeling, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's good.
All right. So Visionaries, you guys. I met Dr. Reid at an event that he had over in Northern Virginia, which we just had a blast that weekend. And I loved meeting you and hearing you speak and really getting to know you and the way that you think. And it's one of the things that inspired me in terms of like, all right, who am I going to bring in to help me with this event that I am having? But who is that like-minded thinker who, sometimes I call us aliens
Yeah,
because yeah. So see, he's nodding his head because he resonates with that term.
I love it.
And it's a good term, right? Um, so together, I want to give back in a bigger way. So when I positioned my company as one that gives back, things shifted for me. We have a nonprofit partner for this event and for a lot of
Mhm.
our events, and it's the Inkwell. You guys have heard me talk a little bit about the Inkwell, but that shift created a powerful force in the way that I do business. The vision got bigger, my why shifted and evolved into something that really kind of 10x'd my vision. For you, Dr. Reid, like where has giving back fit into your model, and why is that important?
Yeah, I think giving back, I'm so glad you do that and do it so well. Like being able to partner with giving back, it just fulfills that law of reciprocity, right? It says what you give out comes back a thousandfold. And so for me, a little about my background before I was actually doing this and being a writing coach and have a writing firm and publishing, all this stuff, I was actually homeless as an adult and as a kid. So most of my work has been in philanthropy. It's been nonprofit, CEO of a nonprofit or exec over homeless services. So it came innately to me, not because it was the right thing to do. It was simply because I remember. A lot of times it's hard to not remember trauma and how I felt and how I was identified and sitting in my car with my mom. I could still smell the rain on the windshield. Being in the back seat with my stepdad up front and her up front, my sister to my left, and looking out the windows, those raindrops that kind of run into each other. And I was sitting there like, this freaking sucks. I'm 4 years old, but I don't know, but I just know we don't have a place to go. And so me giving back, no matter what houses, what places that God has placed me in life, I'll always remember what it felt like to be homeless and also know that homelessness doesn't have a face. So when I realized that it could be that waiter that's taking a bath at the Exxon that works at Ruth Chris, it can be the person that's pushing the buggy downtown. So knowing that, I know that people hide and they couch surf. For example, so I'm real passionate about homeless. So when I'm making money, I always say, how can I give to someone who was like me? I remember. And so I always put my mindset back there. So it comes in, it fits. Sometimes it's giving a package away to somebody who can't afford it because they literally can't afford it. And I go back and remember what it was to be in the car, right? And or it could be given to a philanthropy drive, whatever it is, it fits in. And I don't really have a schedule, but I'm always intentional. You get that feeling, like that discernment that comes over you, and you're like, let's help this person. And so I actually do that. So it fits in writing, sometimes publishing their story so that they can be heard. It's not always financial. I love what you do. This could be just creating a platform that people can speak.
Thank you for all of that. You guys you feel it? Do you feel this? This is it. This is the feeling that expands, that creates expansion in the world. Literally, this is not small potato stuff we're talking about here. Like, this is big potato stuff. I love what you said about it wasn't about really doing the right thing. It was just about remembering.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
yeah, that one kind of got my heart a little bit. Um, and that's why I partner. So, you guys, the Inkwell is Dynasta Miss Cayenne Thomas. She's the founder
Yes.
of the Inkwell. She brings therapeutic writing programs to the youth in our DC area and beyond. And she's doing amazing things. I've sat on her board for a while, and I'm helping by partnering in this event. So, like, if you guys are going to buy your ticket to the event, it's going to help me give back to her. And I also love what you said about it's not always money. It could be your time. It could be a
Hmm.
business coaching package. It could be a
Yes.
like, how can we help people with what they're doing in the world?
Yes. It's so important because that's when I learned. Sometimes that and kind of disables us to give as givers because we always think monetary. And so I always tell people, like, I would rather you teach a person how to fish than just keep providing fish.
Yeah.
We do need fish because, but at the end of the day, like, oh, if you gave them the toolkit, that's sometimes even better.
Yeah, it's a big gift. All right. So, you guys, the people that I'm bringing in for these visionary interviews, like Dr. Reid, they were invited because they think in a way that helps their client's mindset, that helps them grow, learn, evolve, and
Mhm.
transform. Dr. Reid, thank you for being someone in my life who's done that for me. I think that the best coaches have and need great coaches. What's the most powerful piece of coaching you've ever received? Tell us what that did for you.
Yeah, one of the most, and it's going to sound like it's a stage, but one of the most powerful tools that I ever received as a coach was when you came to my event and you were talking about badass story, and you came and you were talking about the poetry. I never knew up until that point that you were so amazing as a poet, and you started to speak about being a badass and being courageous in the story and with the story. And I grabbed that. You may not remember this, but maybe almost 2 years ago, where you reached out to me and you like, hey, I want to interview you and come on my forum. And I was able to speak to these amazing other authors and writers. But what you didn't know at the time is that I had just lost my vision in my right eye. And I was feeling dejected. I was feeling like, here I am, a ghostwriter, a writer, a person that helps interpret the dreams of others. That's what I do. And I'm in the bed, not even want to get out of bed for 3 months because I tragically lost vision. I thought, sight. Let me reword that. And I remember saying, yes, I'll come on. And I came on that call and it was just like a breath of fresh air. I can do this. And with your coaching was like, what you did is provide a platform. Wasn't all of the things you told me you're prolific in what you provide, because I saw some of the back office and working with projects with you, but it was just the opportunity to push through. So I think a lot of times coaching, I'll never forget that day. I remember that day and I'm on the call and people are reaching out to me and they're so inspired. And I'm really like, dang, had I not taken this opportunity. And that kind of got me over the hump. It was like, oh, let me get back in this game. And you were a part of that as a coach. You coached me from just being able to give. I saw you still giving it and moving and shaking. I'm like, hey, Laura's doing this. Like I can tell my story. So thank you for that opportunity.
Well, I didn't expect you to turn that question back on me. Thank you for that. That was a small gift back to me. I appreciate that. And yeah, everything is perfectly divinely timed and getting to know you more and more. I don't know. It's just that's been a gift to me. And we have lots to do together
Yes.
in terms of collaboration, y'all. Like we've been
Right.
cooking up some stuff and it's going to continue. And we are going to, yeah, we're going to just rule the world of writing for sure.
Facts.
For now, how do people work with you? Tell us about your programs and what you're up to in the world.
Yeah, three main areas, and we just added four. One of the main areas is, sometimes you have. It took me, like I said, 10 years to write my first book because I was stuck in fitness, right, getting ready to do it. I was killing stages as a speaker. Speaking is my number one passion. Writing is the close second. I always say that interchangeable. Speaking is writing, writing is speaking, just the way you want to look at it. But I didn't have a system, so one of the ways I help people is get the book out of their head onto the pages with my milk writing system, which is a 4-step process and it's an e-course. So I help people just, hey, you have time to write, you just don't have a system. That's why it took me 10 years. Here's the system that cuts it in half. And you saw a little bit of that. And so from that standpoint, I help that way. We also help people who are high level or don't have time. I really want to do and share my story. I got this powerful story, but I don't have time to write it. Well, I'll write it for you in my team, right? And then we work with publishing, as well as getting this book published out to the world. But then the fourth component, which I'm super excited about, is now creating content around you. And we know how important that is. If you're doing anything in the entrepreneurial space, speaking space, coaching space, we now take you to a base in Miami and really work to shoot content around your cooking business instead of trying to fit in. And so whatever it may be. So I'm super excited about that. We had a couple of clients come through and this has been prolific. So those 4 ways of how we help entrepreneurs and speakers and coaches do what they do.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited about that. And that last one, I'm super excited about. That's a collaboration for you also, correct?
Yes. Yes, that's a collaboration project. Mhm.
Yeah, the magic of collaboration, you guys. And you're going to find that most visionaries you come across are deep in collaboration because they know the power of it. All right, any last words for our audience today?
I would say that you want to be in this virtual room at this particular space because I know it's going to be amazing. And really, I think catch fire, when you're around people that can ignite you. Again, thank you, Lord, for igniting those 100 authors. I mean, that's amazing. And so from that standpoint, be around people who's already done what you're trying to do. That's all I have to say.
Love that. I love that. Yeah, we hope to see you on May 31st, y'all. 100 book celebration, networking, and give back event. It's a lot going on that day. I'm going to tell you just a tad bit more, but you can reach it down below. But today, if something you heard today is sparking your fire, then come on down and connect with Dr. Reid. Okay, I've got his link down below. Thank you so much for what you do in the world and for being here today to share it with everyone.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
So it really is way more than a celebration. It's a generous community. And again, if you heard something today that's lighting your fire, then go explore, right? Come on down, click on the websites, see what Dr. Reid is up to with his writing and publishing. And oh, the content thing. Yes, I heard that. I'm going to click on that myself. We hope to see you all at the Brave Healer Productions 100th book celebration. Get ready. You're going to get a party box mailed to your house. You're going to have professionally moderated breakouts, writing and art exercises, a best hat contest, our visionary and multi-book lead author panels to inspire the you know what out of you. Discounts on publishing projects. I could go on and on. We're going to have a keynote from Kyle Cease, you guys. We are going to have a freaking blast. All right. Lastly, today, everyone, remember your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone.